And welcome back to some more Pikmin. Last time we did the Forest Naval and got 3 ship parts and met blue Pikmin, and this time we're coming back to the Forest of Hope. I'm seriously torn about declaring a deathless run at this point, because we have gone through 4 days without a Pikmin death, which is really good for me, that have not even seen the crushing glitch once. It's not me even manipulating footage or anything. I have literally not seen the crushing glitch this LP, which is really good. I had to, as a result, I actually restarted this video. This is the second take. Because I decided because I lost one Pikmin on a really easy enemy, which is just typical, isn't it? That's always how it goes. It's not the hard enemies, it's the easy ones that present a problem for deathless runs. Okay, so they're getting nectar, so I'm just gonna let them. So we have 4 blues that are flowers, and a bunch of reds that are flowers, so hopefully we can beef up our army just a tad. Okay, that was not as successful as I would have liked. See what I mean by hogging nectar? That took 2, there were 2 actually, and 1 each. They couldn't have just taken the same one. Tripping, also. So yeah, this game is far from perfect, but you know, it's the first entry in the series. I mean, normally you don't strike gold. I mean, this game bombed, but normally you don't strike creative gold within your first entry, so I do applaud them for doing really well for their first game, like creatively. And generally, technically, other than, you know, the crushing glitch, which I've already described, this game is pretty good, actually, technically. You know, the water effects look good for a 2001 game. The ground textures look pretty dated. Yeah, this is the cannon beetle, which we introduced a little bit earlier, but you want to get away from it and then start chucking Pikmin at its snout. This is not going in. Oh, there we go. So what you want to do is do the swarm throw, seasick throw method, whatever you want to call it, because you want to throw a Pikmin way faster than the game will let you, quite frankly. You can do a 1 cycle, but that was a little too slow for 1 cycle. Oh boy. Close call. No, Pikmin lost. So just chuck Pikmin at its face, and then just toss it at its back. It's really straightforward. It usually drops 1 pellet. We dropped a blue pellet, which is good for us because we're trying to get more blue Pikmin. What we want to do is use our pretty well not flowered blue Pikmin anymore. Well, they were flowered just a moment ago, but not so much now. So 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We only want to put 12 reds exactly, because there were only, I think 17... There weren't that many blue Pikmin on it, and whichever color is dominating, they will take it to that onion. I want that to go to the blue onion. Because frankly, we don't have that many blue Pikmin, and we need a lot of blue Pikmin in the near future. So we should probably try to stock up if we can. Speaking of which, we're going to have to put away all of our red Pikmin here pretty shortly. Yeah, they'll just attack those stocks like on their own. It's super frustrating. Because those actually produce pellets, as we've seen, and that's actually bad if they start just taking them out themselves. There are a couple of different ways to do the next ship part. I'm debating in my mind which way I want to do it. You can trick it out in a variety of ways. The other Pikmin are carrying the cannon beetle, just carrying something invisible right now. Kind of funny looking, actually. We actually didn't fight much in the Forest Naval, which is actually good, because then we won't have to worry about enemies respawning or anything. We want to take just our red Pikmin for now. Come over here. Let's see. Yes, there's a couple purples in there. Gotta be careful about that. If you can get a direct hit, that's good. If you can't get a direct hit, that's bad. Let's see, we're gonna have our first death. Okay, this won't be a deathless run, Just because... Wait, did I pick... Okay, apparently it's still gonna be a deathless run. I thought there was weird... And the weird invisibility frames didn't actually trigger, so I don't know why that was the case. Can't complain, I guess, because, you know, pretty sure when a Sugargrub grabs a Pikmin, that basically is almost always guaranteed death. So I don't know how that dude survived. I think I grabbed one. I have to go back and check afterwards, which I probably will forget to do. These guys are discouraged because they can't help. Yeah, because Pikmin actually like working. Something I should bring up, that Pikmin actually, yeah, seem to feel bad when you're not being productive. This thing is going really fast by comparison because we're not collecting that much. Stop tripping, everybody. Okay, so we want to put away all of our red Pikmin because, well, frankly, we can't do any more with them for a little bit. And for once, we get to check out our blue numbers. And that's actually funny because the number is actually blue. So we have approximately 80 blue Pikmin, which is actually a good place to be on this day. But most of them are leaf Pikmin. That's not good. There are a couple different ways to do one of the more famous ship parts is the burrowing Snagrets, which, because you do have purple Pikmin, are actually legitimately frightening in this game to actually fight with just blue or red Pikmin. Either 2 or 3 Snagrets are a complete joke because you have purple or flying Pikmin respectively. But yeah, in this game they're actually pretty tough. Gotta be very careful when fighting a burrowing Snagret. And there are 3 all clumped together. It's right where the Snagret hole was in Pikmin 2 actually. Same spot. So there's only 1 Snagret left though, lucky for us. But there are 2 different ways to get the ship part out of the area, and I'm gonna try to trick it out the easier of the 2 ways. But I've never actually really tried it this way, so I'm also kind of scared about doing it, so I might, since we're relatively deathless so far, I might just save it for another video. And just spend the rest of the day harvesting Pikmin if I can. Getting you off top of the bridge, just in case. What we want to do is toss all of our Pikmin up here except 10. For reasons I'll explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the easiest way to dismiss Pikmin, sadly. And get a specific number, I mean. Exactly 10 blue Pikmin. We can come over here. Snagret's up there, by the way. It has kind of a radius of spawn points. So that's the problem. I don't know how to actually fight it efficiently. I really, again, just want to save it for the next video, just to, so, you know, if something goes wrong and I do lose a Pikmin, I can just reset. But then again, it's like, then that would just be an incredibly short video, wouldn't it? It's like fighting it with 10 Pikmin you think would be good, because small numbers, but I think I'll go in with like 30 Pikmin and try that. But then that brings up the next question of which color do you go with? Do you go with reds because they're strong, or blues because they won't drown? I just want to see what RNG we get here. Yeah, there's one there, there. We're kind of in a triangle, so yeah. They're not giving us good RNG. So if you toss them up here, they're actually kind of safe. It can appear there, but it's generally less likely. I should not have dropped down there. Yeah, you can toss Pikmin up, but then if you use red Pikmin, you have to carry them through all these guys. If you toss them up to the ledge and use blue Pikmin, you only have to carry it. You can carry it straight down. Wow, that guy is. Wow, that guy had an epic trip there. Do you not want to exactly... Oh, good RNG. More good RNG. I'm gonna go for it. It could backfire, but it probably will. Yeah, this isn't gonna happen today. See ya. Yeah, like you saw how much damage that did, or lack thereof. Blue Pikmin are just not made for combat, so... I think I have an idea, so we'll put that into motion next time. It could be a short video, but whatever. This is Sagittarius. There's another counterpart to this that we'll see later. I think it's from Olmar's daughter. That's from his son. So yeah, kinda cool. His son and daughter to both appear in Pikmin 2 and messages at the end of the game. There's a honey wisp over here. I think I already explained them enough in Pikmin 2 of how they work. They just carry stuff. Carry nectar, more specifically, carry stuff, not quite. Good description. I want to knock it down with a flower Pikmin so it doesn't steal all the nectar. Because we've all seen how greedy Pikmin can be. So, this is actually almost going to be enough to get us to the 4th area of the game. There are 5 areas total, which is technically 1 more, but as I explained in Pikmin 2, 2 of the areas of this game are actually joined. So that's how they explain it. So, it's like, oh wow, there's technically fewer areas. It's technically, there's the same number of areas, except, yeah, 2 areas are actually joined in Pikmin 2. Which is actually, I think, is cool, that you're like, where you begin is where it ends. Because in Pikmin 2, the final area of the game is right next to the impact site. Which is, again, I think is a really cool touch, because it's like you're coming full circle to Pikmin 1, and also just hypothetically in the original game, you're kind of coming full circle. Because, you know, if you didn't know that the impact site in the final trial, as it's called, were right next to each other, you might not think that, oh, well, it's like coming full circle in Pikmin 1, but in Pikmin 2 you can actually realize how close you actually were to the end game from the very first day of the game. So that's kind of a nice touch if you ask me. The only part left is the one with the Snagrets, so I'm honestly torn about whether we should try to tackle it with less than a quarter of the day left. Might just get these. Just try to get 100 blue Pikmin by the end of the day, because we do need quite a few blue Pikmin, because as you recall, the collecting pool is based on the area from this game, meaning we're gonna have to face a lot of water pretty soon. Which is actually weird, because the Forest of Hope is kind of different aesthetically. It's more springtime than summer, which is what I think it is here. But the perplexing pool still basically looks the same in both games. One is more high res than 1, but I mean 2, but it's basically the same layout. Unlike this, where there are actually quite a few little minor differences. Again, minor differences being the key word. There really isn't anything like groundbreaking. Like it's basically, for all intent and purpose, it's the same area, but it is slightly different in a lot of ways. Again, like the area with the cannon beetle is flooded in Pikmin 2. It's made for a weird cannon beetle fight if you have to do it in water, but try to trick this out. Get like there's like 12 that don't actually have leaves, but that do have leaves. I think we actually did get them all flowered, so successful day. I like putting them away. Okay, one is still a leaf, but whatever. Put them all away. We have 91 blue Pikmin, which is basically enough to get us to the end game, but I'll probably end up with way more by the actual end game. Just because blue Pikmin are super helpful later on. We don't have the upgrade punch, and Olmar's punching is actually weaker in this game, so you basically can't actually fight anything through punching. So yeah, Olmar is actually a lot stronger in Pikmin 2 than Pikmin 1, but it makes sense. It makes it hard to come back, obviously. Like, hard to go back to Pikmin 1 after Pikmin 2, but obviously this isn't the intended order of play, so I can understand why the games are the way they are. Now, each day is about 13-14 minutes. I don't remember the exact number. Huh, so... yeah, we should be able to finish up the area next time. Oh boy. This is basically detailing the Pikmin life cycle, which we've already discussed in great detail. Yeah, our balloon numbers just completely skyrocketed, which is lovely to see. I am intentionally waiting to do the impact site because something appears like, I think after day 7 or 8. I can't remember which one it is, but I am intentionally saving the impact site for later. Next time in Pikmin 2, not Pikmin 1. Next time in Pikmin, we will be returning to the forest. I hope to see if we can get that last ship part, which we will. Just how much time it takes is the question. See you guys then.